for the most part. Being able to waste 11 seconds off the clock to allow Vegas to only be able to run one offensive play at the end of the game on the defense and kind of end it right there. So it worked out well. Good execution by the guys and being able to get them out of bounds.
Just in general, what's going through your head as it's a 0-0 game through 3 quarters there? You know it's going to come down to Greg, basically.
Yeah, I think Greg really responded the right way after having missing the first one. You know, he responded the right way, and he always has a way of going about doing that. Rarely do you see a guy like him, miss back-to-back kicks, and especially when you talk about a guy who's kind of used to making game-winning kicks for us. I mean, he hit 5 last year. I don't want to jinx the guy or anything like that, but the guy that does come up clutch when we need him the most. He shows up and responds the right way.
How did you feel like Ryan kind of bounced back there? He was needed.
Yeah, needed. We ended up punting the football a lot. I mean, it was a real track meet out there for those guys. Mr. Wright did an unbelievable job. Obviously, he's been having a up and down year, and so for him to have that type of game that he did, I thought he punted the ball really great, directionally, had good hang, good distance, especially considering there was a lot of return looks. We were putting unfortunate 4th and 28, 4th and 16. So, you can expect a lot of return type of looks where they're going to be doubling our gunners. And so it's going to be tough kind of getting down there. But he did an unbelievable job, really painting the sidelines, putting good direction on it, would allow guys kind of get down and minimizing, where they'd be able to kind of return the football there. But, huge chunk of confidence for him, and we'll continue to build off that to get ready to play in a little cold weather game in Cincinnati.
There's obviously not really stats for long snappers, but what has Andrew just brought to your continue to bring to your guys' group?
Yeah, that's actually a great question, Lindsay, because Poe got awarded a game ball today by KO in the team meeting because it's kind of like the unsung hero. And so when you start talking about a guy like Poe, perfect snaps all year long. That's kind of what you can expect out of a guy who's an all-pro type of player, all-pro player that he is. And then you start talking about, getting to those 4th and long distances to where, they're doubling the vices. Now Poe has an opportunity to be able to pick players on the inside, to set guys free, to be able to get down the field right there. And so, all these small nuances and things that he's able to do that might not be seen or heard, says a lot. And I mean, he's just an unbelievable leader, especially when you start talking about being there for Greg, when he's kind of having an off day. He's kind of, Poe is really the first guy there, knows exactly what to say to him, knows how to go about it. Considering he's been with Greg now for the past 3 years, he's got a good idea of kind of how to be kind of a coping mechanism, I would say, kind of for Greg. And, even Mr. Wright, too, when he's kind of going through his ups and downs, Poe's the one there that's, really providing with those words of affirmation to get those guys back going again.
You might have been asked, but was A.J. Cole's punt style, is that like a different...
So that was it's interesting that you asked that, Alec, because I just think he had a bad day. I think it was just a bad day. I would say the 180-yard ball that he did hit, it was a great ball by him. BP was kind of cheated over on the numbers, and he ended up hitting the opposite there, kind of just hit a nice little missile. Ball ended up in the ground right there. But BP can't do that. It's always a game within a game with a punter and the punt returner that's kind of going a little back and forth right there, and AJ kind of got the best of him there. But overall, we're a big time pressure team, and he understands that. So I think he was just trying to get the ball out quick, and as a result, just kind of ended up being some bad balls that got hit. But obviously he's number one, the best punter in the NFL right now, and he just had a bad day.
So it's like thinning a golf club or something?
Yeah, exactly. He just wasn't hitting the tree. Wasn't hitting the tree.
Did your heart jump when Brandon was close to the ball as it was bouncing around?
Oh, yes. I think my heart jumped even more when their guy recovered it and almost threw it back into the field of play right there. But yeah, it was a crazy play. Great play by them. Excellent job of flipping the field, really, especially in a backed up situation that they were in. Cool. Appreciate y'all.